I'll post here because I can't really find a better place, and I need to get this off my chest. Bear with me as I'm on my phone. Be 1 year ago, to the day. 1800, 6 p.m. Meet friends in church parking lot. All 4 of us are Eagle Scouts. Will, Evan, and Brian. My name is Rob. Super excited. First in a desert trip. I'm no guns. I'm also no 4x4. All 4 of us are crammed into Will's Ford Explorer, plus a weekend's worth of camping supplies. Reach spot at 11 p.m. It's a rock shelf that overlooks a giant rock in California. I mentioned how it's kind of like The Hills Have Eyes. That movie scared the piss out of me for some reason. Will says that there are weird people out here. This is my nightmare.jpg. Pitch tent before it gets windy. Try to sleep. Can't. Stay up all night in sleeping bag with Evan's shotgun. Next day. After spending the early morning and mid-afternoon shooting, Will and I decide to go off-roading. His Explorer is hardly street-worthy, but we go anyway. Bring water and a .22. Having fun on the trail. Car is stuck in sand. Fuck. 3 miles directly to camp over impassable terrain. Decide to start digging with butt of rifle. One digs, other looks out for help. Dig until 12:30. Dude, if someone doesn't drive by soon, we'll be here all night. I agree. Lock up car. Start walking the giant rock itself. It's 2 miles away directly. Bring rifle and water. Start walking. It's 110 degrees. No shade. No one in sight. Will mentions how this really is The Hills Have Eyes. Tactically nope in my head. Chuckle and say, yeah, nervously. About a mile in now. Keep going. Pass an old rusted out Jeep. Seriously, fucking creeped out now. Start thinking about the movie. What happened and why it did. Were those people looking for help? Start to look at everything for a tactical advantage over anyone or anything. There's so many large rocks, shadows, Joshua trees, and rocks. Can't possibly find a tactical advantage. At this point, I'm freaking out. Ask Will if we can take a break. I keep running things through my head. See a person off in the distance. Tell Will we need to go now. He says not to worry about it. It's probably another camper. Maybe they can help. Figure gets closer and closer. It looks humanoid, but walks like a slow monkey. I tell Will we need to go. Turn around, turn back. It's gone. All Will. He says I must not be drinking enough water. Let's radio Brian and Evan and let them know where we are. Attempt radio contact. Nothing but static. And a faint, I'm coming. Screech in the distance. Start to get really freaked out. Tell Will we can't stay here. We continue towards the rock. See the figure again. Radio comes on, and a faint, I'm coming, is heard. Something runs in front of us. About 100 yards off, humanoid shape. Can't tell what it is for sure. Another screech, but closer. Ask Will if he heard it. He says, yeah, it was nothing. Let's go. Will, that wasn't anything. Figure again appears to be closer. Tell Will to turn around. He does. He sees whatever it was. Actually yells nope out loud. He takes off, full sprint, towards the figure. He doesn't even have the .22. Screech is heard again, and the figure appears to be within 20 yards, but the radiating heat made it impossible to tell. I take off, run past the figure. It tears my favorite maiden shirt right off me. Keep running, don't stop. Ran past the giant rock. Ran for probably another mile on adrenaline. See guy on quad, wave him down. Try to tell him what happened. He has no idea what I'm talking about. Offers me a lift to Will. He calls his friend with the Jeep to pull out the Explorer, still freaking out. Fetal position. Can't handle it. Guy with Jeep shows up. Drive right by where the figure was standing where I ran past it. It's gone. No trace. Get Will's car out. Thank them for helping us. Head back towards camp. Ask Will to pull over. Right by where the thing took my shirt. It's gone. No shirt, no tracks, nothing. We finally get back to camp. Brian says we look pale. Will and I just nod. We have no idea what just happened. Evan says we should eat something. That might help. Agree. After eating. Take spotting scope out. Set up on self to overlook dry lake bed. Nothing important happening. A few fires in the distance. Dust trails from other off-roaders. But about 4 miles out. See a figure. It's moving slowly. Not towards us though. Away. Don't even bring it up. Day number 2. Could not sleep at all. Stayed up. Shotgun and sleeping bag. Very windy overnight. Knocked most of our stuff down. Noticed footprints around camp. Freaked out. Keep shotgun drawn while checking camp. Evan and Brian think I'm batshit insane. Look around our fire pit. It's warm. We're missing some wood. I look into it. Scraps of my maiden shirt and what I assume were animal bones are in the pit. Nope. Tell Evan and Brian to look in it. They ask why I burned my favorite shirt. I didn't. Evan says it's time to go, now. Pack everything up. Drive away with guns out of the windows. Will and I are having a breakdown. He can barely drive. Brian takes the wheel. Traveling down the climb. Notice 2 crosses on the side of the trail. They weren't there yesterday. See humanoid leaning on a Joshua tree. Brian steps on it. Creature comes out from behind the tree. Into the middle of the trail, behind us. It just stands there, and one final screech. I don't know what it was, what I saw, or what. I'm too scared to talk about it with Will, because I don't like to talk about it, and neither does he. I suppressed it immediately afterwards, and it never came up until I got the reminder on my phone for the trip. I set it up to do yearly reminders, I guess, but fuck me. This kept me up at night for 3 weeks. I no longer wear any Maiden t-shirts, and I refuse to go out there ever again. I'm scared, Kay. I never want to remember this, and maybe talking about it will help, but I think I'll be sleepless for a few more weeks. Be junkie. There's this heroin / coke dealer who has his little crew and is always throwing cash around, doing dumb shit. One day over there, buying my shit for the day. Announced they're all going camping. They love to do impulsive random shit. Beg to go with them. I love camping, especially with crazy, cool people such as these folks. Leave Minneapolis to the wilderness out of Duluth. Group of 7 people, setting up camp. Disorganized as fuck. One couple already in their tent, lol. With all the chaos and getting high, events weren't clear until later. 2 dudes go to get firewood and make sure nobody else is around to see us using needles and call cops. Nobody really takes notes / cares to remember where they leave. 30 minutes later, one guy comes back. Where's the other one? I don't know, went for wood. We went to make sure we were safe to get high. Whatever, he's probably just nodding off somewhere. 2 goddamn hours later, other guy strolls in the camp looking very not high. Where were you? Looking at birds. Oh, what the fuck? What junkie likes bird watching? Nighttime comes around. Dude who came back acting strange. Seems generally confused by our weird activities. Looks almost pissed confused. Sits down on a log by fire, suddenly, awkwardly, like he's really drunk. Hard junkies don't drink. Junkies be acting strange always, whatever. Been almost 9 hours since we arrived. People getting dope sick, withdrawal, time to get stoned. Dope is passed around. Everyone desperately starts cooking up. Between cooking and strapping up, I noticed the guy's just smelling the chunk of dope, like he couldn't handle the smell. What the fuck again? Everybody else shooting up, the guy's still sniffing the chunk. By now everyone notices. He cautiously licks the dope. Has incredibly strong taste and smell like uber vinegar. Makes this horrible animal gagging / hacking sound. The fuck? The main dealer guy offers to cook and prepare to shoot for him. He was already high and didn't notice strange behavior too much. The guy mumbles, yeah, shoots him up. No, your average junkie does enough dope in one shot to kill King Kong and his whole family. Tolerance is a bitch. Guy's whole body starts to shake. His eyes are popping out. Everyone's still staring with dopey glazed eyes. He makes this strange, panic choking breathing sound, like there's a really wet towel in his mouth / throat. Blood literally pops out of his nose, incredibly dark colored. Starts to make intense, high-pitched screeching scream sounds, stopping the choke / cough suddenly every second or two. These are not normal OD symptoms. Horrible, horrible stench permeates at the camp. Holy shit. Falls over backward, panic ensues. Dude, you gave him too much, fuck. Main guy goes to help him up, can't. Stench increases to the point where the rest of us are gagging and or puking. Hear very distant scream from the forest, amid the panic. I think nobody else notices. Hear other screams / screeching join in everywhere. What the fuck? The panic levels cannot be contained. Junkies screaming inside the camp too. Screeching outside camp grows and grows. Ears are ringing, stench is clogging on my lungs. Can't take it. Overwhelming smell and high-pitched ringing, too much to handle. Blackout. Awake in morning. Look around. Very shaky. Can smell hints of stench from last night. Nobody to be seen except that fucking guy. That goddamn guy. Boots sticking up from the log he fell off of. Walk over slowly. Looks like he's been dead for weeks. Skin is tied over his face, white and blue, eyes sunken. Looks like he lost 80 pounds before dying. Blood covering him. I don't know from who. Realize I'm covered in blood too. There's scrapes and dents/holes all over the ground. Some obviously animal tracks, human footprints, handprints, and combinations of all. Some seem to be dragged. Withdrawing and losing my mind. Steal the main dealer's car, go home, and never speak of it again. Never heard a word from or about any of those people ever again, except for one girl. Got put in a psych ward, I heard. Never visited her. Nope. Rise of the Nope. B18. Friend's uncle takes me and him fishing for the first time. Rocky Mountains. About a 40-minute hike from the nearest dirt road where we parked. Start fishing at about 7 a.m. Nothing seems out of the ordinary. Dog with us seems disturbed by something a little ways down the river from us. Dog is a German Shepherd. Retired police dog and trained hunting dog. Dog spends most of the afternoon acting sheepish and staring at spots across the river from us, with its ears back and eyes wide. About 40 meters to our 10 o'clock to be more precise. Sun starts to go behind trees. Decide to pack it in for the day. Everything is packed up and good to go, except for Dog. Dog is still staring at the same spot with scared look and not moving. Uncle grabs Dog by collar and tries to drag it with us. Thunk. Hear loud noise from where the dog was staring and hear rustling in the trees. Dog starts barking and snarling, trying to chase it. Dog gets loose and crosses river. Everyone drops what they're carrying and wades across the river after it. Finally get to Dog and find it barking at a very large rock. Notice very large indent in ground a few meters away where the rock was picked up from and before being dropped here. Notice broken branches leading off into the forest away from the broken rock. Notice hole in bushes that have a direct line of sight to where we were fishing all day. Nope, back across the river. Uncle carrying Dog over his shoulder as it continues to bark and snarl at a different spot this time. Grab rifles, rods, and cooler and march our way back to the vehicles. Dog barking entire time while looking behind us. Make it home and never go fishing again. Nope 2, the opening. I wasn't there for this one, so just going by what friend and his dad told me. Friend goes back to the same spot with uncle, dad, and a couple other friends for a campout/fish/hunt. Bring large camping trailer and park it in a clearing in the woods about halfway between the road and river. Spend day fishing, drinking, shooting the shit around the campfire. Nobody paying attention to Dog. Spend the night in trailer and notice the dog isn't there. Everybody's worried the dog went exploring, but expects it will find its way back to the smell of the campfire. Next morning, Dog is still not back. Spend entire day searching for Dog. Screaming and combing area with rifles, in case of bears. No luck. Light campfire for Dog, but spend night inside the trailer this time. Next morning rolls around. Not much sleep was had. Dog still missing. Spend afternoon searching again. Mood at campfire goes from optimistic to somber. Everyone decides to extend a 2-night camping trip for a few more days in order to find the dog. Nope 2.5, Revenge of the Nope. No one goes fishing, no one is drinking, no one is having fun anymore. Night comes again. 5 people just huddled around a campfire and waiting. Hear loud crunching from trees. Everyone brings up rifle optics to see what it is. Too dark to see, even with flashlights. Large rock is thrown at trailer, scaring the piss out of everyone. 2 shots are fired in the direction the rock came from to scare it off. Everyone piles into trailer. No sleep is had that night. Sun rises again for another dreadful day. Spend day in trailer, playing cards and killing time waiting for Dog. Nobody even mentions Dog on this day. Late afternoon comes around. Everybody tired from sleepless night. Everyone in bed by supper time. Night comes once again. Everybody is awake and ready this time. Rifles and flashlights aimed at windows. Let's do this. JPEG. Uneventful night. Everybody getting bored. Hear one soft clang against the door. Sounded nothing like rocks being thrown the night before. Everyone stays at the window. High-powered flashlights flick on and scan every angle around the trailer. Nothing. Morning finally comes. All the eventful part of the night was a soft clang against the metal door and smell of pants being filled. Dad opens door and steps out of trailer. Crunch. Steps on jawbone. Dog's jawbone. Everybody weeps, packs up and heads home. Fred and his dad have a little memorial of Dog in backyard, a wooden statue of him on fireplace mantle. Fred's uncle ends up selling his vacation cabin just a few kilometers away from the campsite and never goes back to hunt or fish there again. So I have this story saved for a long time now, and actually posting it for the first time in a Nope thread. 2007/8. Forgot the exact time, but late 2007, early 2008. Friends go exploring way in buttfuck nowhere around eastern Oregon. Get lost in the woods for hours. GPS isn't working right. After about the first 2 hours of hiking, getting dark, hearing animals in the woods, coyotes and other larger game. Pull out SIG 9mm, no road, just large clearing, with small, slightly beat up ranch house and a light out in the front room. Run up to door, start knocking. One friend points out that this could be a couple of old rednecks with a moonshine operation running. Holster gun and pull jacket over it. Keep knocking, nothing. Door is slightly ajar. Push it open slowly. Call out, "Hello? Anyone home? We've been lost in the woods all day, and we were wondering if you could point us to the road." Hear nothing. "Hello? We're coming in." Push open door. "3 of us are in your doorway. Anyone here?" We walk in. The air just feels thin and creepy. I pull out my gun and start clearing the room with the light on. Really, nothing in the room. A little stool and lamp sitting on it. It's an oil-burning lamp and an old rotten couch. Go back into hallway and enter next room. Now, where it gets dirty. Hear friend just scream bloody murder. Run back into hallway and into the room he's now standing with gun drawn and ready to go. See a very dry old corpse hanging in the center of the room. It's nearly completely bone at this point. No clothes. You can't tell if it's a man or a woman. Put gun away, looking around room. See a pantry that's slightly open and hear a light noise like breathing. Full gun, round chambered. Motion to friend to open the pantry. He slowly walks up and flings the door open. Man's body covered in flies and bugs. Shotgun in hand. His head just covering the wall. Not nearly as decomposed. Nope the fuck out and run away as fast as we can. Look back. See figure in front of the light before it goes dead. Nope. .png.avi.jpeg.gif. Whip out GPS and check out where we were. Shit's all kind of fucked. Screen keeps flashing on and off where we are, but the latitude and longitude are both 0/0. Shit, fuck shit. We're ripping through the woods. Stop and catch breath. Look at GPS again. See our location, but it's still blinking back to another one and marked 0 out of 0. We start walking back to our car we have saved in the GPS, all the while it's blinking back to our previous location. Still have the heebie-jeebies. Finally back the car. GPS is still flipping shit. Get in car. Friend's holding GPS and says it's blinking around the car, but like 16 feet off. See light in the woods suddenly. Lights flying towards us. Oil lamp smashes out in front of the car. Nope, 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 nope. Rip that shit into reverse and drive like a bat out of hell out of there. GPS still blinking behind us. After we get about 30 miles away, the GPS goes back to normal. Never told anyone about it. Never talked about it again.